We just are such lucky people that we get to eat this food and celebrate these restaurants. And what a better way to kick off our week celebrating meat than with barbecue ribs.
Oh, please, thank you so much.
There are so many amazing barbecue places around the U.S., and we couldn't possibly feature them all, but we're going to try to cover the 3 bases with 3 different restaurants in 3 different cities. But first, we need our taste testing partner in crime, Ross Mathews.
Well, hi there. Hi, fellow barbecutie.
All right, let's not forget the steaks. Yeah, that's a meat pun. The steaks being the spot with the most votes wins our Battle of the Bites trophy.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it wonderful? Ross, are you a fan of barbecue?
I don't have a beef with it. No, of course, I love barbecue. Whenever I'm in any of these states, I have to get the barbecue. It's the best of the best, and they do it so differently. So this is going to be quite the battle.
And now joining us for this taste test are 3 of our VFFs. Hello to Adrian, Emily, and Mabel.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
We're so excited to do this with you. And of course, our final vote in the competition comes from our social media fans. We put up a Twitter poll asking everyone at home to vote for their favorite, and we'll count that as one vote towards who becomes the winner at the end of this. All right, let's get started. Now, we each have 3 plates of ribs with a signature side. All right, I'm so excited. Our first up is King's Restaurant. Please take a look.
Hello, my name is Joe Hargett, and I am the owner of King's Restaurant here in Kinston, North Carolina. The business started off in 1936 by a fellow named Frank King, and he had a son named Wilbur Sr. He brought his 2 brothers into the business, and hence we became King's Brothers Barbecue. Today we're going to talk about our baby back pork ribs, how tender they are, and we smoke them here in-house. They're applewood smoked. They're so tender they fall off the bone before they even get into the smoker. We don't use any fancy rubs or anything like that. We just use a really good homemade Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce. Last year we sold 39,000 pounds of baby back pork ribs. Our featured side that we've decided to use is collard greens. It's a southern staple. A family recipe has been in King's Restaurant for almost 85 years. We get our collard greens from a local farmer not 20 miles away. We cook over 3,000 pounds of collard greens a week. We supply restaurants all over Eastern North Carolina with our collard greens. So in this difficult time, when travel is restricted, let pigs fly right into your house and land on your taste buds.
Well, jokes.
We welcome that.
Yes, please.
All right, everybody, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's eat.
All right, let's go. Okay. Those are good. Well, good.
The smoke really goes through like your nasal passages. It goes in your whole olfactories.
I didn't think it'd be that flavorful.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's incredible. All right, Adrian, you're a James Beard award-winning writer, food writer. You've had your fair share of ribs from over 200 places. I am so honored to ask you, what do you think of these?
Hey, it's so good to be with you. So yeah, I like this. This is really delicate, tender. I put some of the grilling sauce that I got on there, so that added some flavor. And then I love collard greens. So I'm glad they threw this in the mix. This is a very soulful touch. So good stuff here.
Have you tried these yet, the collard greens? Okay, get in. This is so good.
Oh my gosh.
What is going on in this? It's perfect.
God.
Well done.
Oh, thank you so much, Adrian. Okay, we're moving on to our next contender, Charles Vergos Rendezvous. Check this out.
Hi, Drew. I'm Robert, head pitmaster at the Rendezvous.
And I'm Anna, one of the managers at the Rendezvous. In the 40s, ribs had been a staple of backyard barbecues in Memphis neighborhoods, but they weren't served on menus. At that time, ribs were actually considered scrap meat, and they were extremely cheap. And for this reason, Charlie thought he'd try them out. That's when he developed his own style, and what is now known as Memphis-style ribs. To this day, we still cook the ribs the same way he cooked them back then.
We cook our ribs in this here pit, 16 inches over fire. To preserve the tenderness though, we baste them in a pickle juice. But once the ribs are done, before we plate them to you, we baste them again with another basting solution to give them to you before we put the dry rub on them. We also provide sauce on the side, just in case you like them a little saucy.
The seasoning on the ribs you're about to eat is what we've been told is the original dry rub, and what ultimately makes our ribs. And our side that you're gonna taste is a mustard vinegar-based slaw. It is our family's 100-year-old recipe.
People have enjoyed the Rendezvous restaurant for 7 decades. We seat over 700 people at a time, 4,000 people on a busy night.
We've catered Air Force One a few times. The Rolling Stones have played in our dining room, and even Elvis have eaten Rendezvous. We hope you guys enjoy this little taste of our Memphis barbecue.
Wow, that history. Air Force One, Elvis and the Rolling Stones. Are you ready, guys?
So ready. This is so different than the last one. Ready?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, that'll wake you up.
Mmm.
Okay, you can certainly taste all the spices in that dry rub. Even the texture's different, right?
Yeah, and it really has like a nice crust on it. Emily, it's your family tradition to have a rib fest every year. What are your thoughts on these ribs?
The spice, it just completely permeates the rib and the meat, and it just tastes absolutely amazing. It's not too overwhelming, but it has just such a great flavor to it. I love it.
Have you guys gone to town on the slaw yet? I'm obsessed with this.
I haven't stopped eating the ribs yet.
I know that.
So let me move over. I feel so...
Get ready.
Ooh.
I know. I know.
What's really great is how crunchy the slaw is. Yeah.
Really good.
Emily, thank you so much for your permeating, especially where it's one of my favorites.
My honor, please.
Now, we've already tried ribs from King's Restaurant in North Carolina, from Charles Vergos from Tennessee, and now we get to do Joe's Kansas City Barbecue from Kansas. Check this out.
Hey Drew, hey Ross, Eric Tata here with Joe's Kansas City Barbecue in Kansas City. Joe's Kansas City Barbecue started in the 90s with our owner Jeff and Joyce Staney. We're on the championship barbecue circuit, and they absolutely fell in love with serving championship barbecue here in Kansas City. Joe's KC has been a staple here in Kansas City for almost 25 years. And almost just as famous as our barbecue is where we serve our barbecue, in a gas station. Joe's has been fortunate to serve our barbecue to President Obama and the staff on Air Force One. We have 2 hometown customers in Jason Sudeikis and Paul Rudd. And the great chef Anthony Bourdain once said that Joe's KC Barbecue is one of the 13 places you must eat before you die. This year alone, Joe's KC is gonna sell and ship 172,000 slabs of ribs nationwide. We think our ribs are unique because of how we cook them. We cook them low and slow at 245 degrees for 4 hours over Missouri white oak. So, Drew, Ross, we are super excited to be part of this day. We also included some of our championship barbecue beans. Got a little spice for your palate. I think you're gonna enjoy.
Okay, everybody, you ready? Let's eat. Very different.
So different than the other two.
But like that really beautiful, kind of what you really think is like a barbecue sauce.
There's certainly layers in this one. Yum.
You're absolutely right, Ross.
Yum.
Mabel, you were born and raised in the South, and you consider yourself authority on barbecue ribs. Will you please give us your thoughts?
Well, Drew, I have to tell you, this rib is good. It's tangy. It's really easy to come off of the bone. It's the meat is really tender, and the sauce is so amazing. It's right on point, Drew. It's really, really good.
I think you're absolutely right about that sauce, Mabel. They're all very different.
So different.
Okay, well, it's time to vote. This is going to be really hard. Before we do, we asked you all to vote on Twitter to say who your favorite rib joint was from all these extraordinary places. And 61% of the vote was Joe's Barbecue
Wow.
in Kansas City.
I can see why.
So that's one vote for Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. I love that they're in like that Shamrock gas station. That is so cool. That makes you feel like such a foodie. Okay, and now it's our turn. All right, one at a time, we're going to reveal our favorite. So kick us off, Adrian.
Wow, Joe's Kansas City. Okay.
I really, really trust your palate. Okay, beautiful Emily, what is your vote?
Joe's was phenomenal, I agree, but I have to go with King's.
Okay, stunning, smart Mabel, what is your vote?
Kansas City, of course. Kansas City, here I come.
Oh, all right. Oh my gosh, that's 3.
I know.
For Joe's. Ross, it's your turn.
Okay, listen, I loved each one of these. I don't have a bone to pick with any of them, but one of them has to win, and I have to say it was the tenderness and the side dish of collard greens that put King's Restaurant over the road for me. It was so good.
I have to do King's too. I was really not expecting how much flavor would come out of those ribs, and I can't stop eating those collard greens. You're absolutely right. And I love the sauce. So, oh my gosh, it's a tie. So guess what? Both of those restaurants are each getting a trophy.
Yay!
Oh, the merrier. I love that. And if you want to do your own taste test at home, all of these restaurants can be found on none other than Gold Belly. Heaven on earth, Gold Belly. That should be their motto. Congrats to all 3 restaurants. Thank you so much for honoring us by participating in this. And I really want to thank our VFFs, Adrian, Emily, and Mabel. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.